Oh, a good one.
Do you need anybody else, like any other heroes that you're curious about who's playing what? Because I got some info for you if you do.
Sure.
Of course, the CIS showdown, Gambit versus Virtus.pro. I'm ODPixel, joined by Lizard for this this great series ahead of us. We've had a few sort of one-sided stomps, some sort of off games so far today, but surely this series is going to deliver.
So much energy to play each other.
And we saw, you know, on stage, they kept it all very cool, very nice. There were smiles, there were handshakes, but you know, like, both of these teams are going to try the hardest to beat the other. You know, there's a lot to sort of be said here for who's able to prove themselves the best on sort of a land store. We saw it on like qualifiers and groups. This is them on the main stage and ready to go head-to-head in a best-of-3.
Yeah. I mean, it's no one after all. It's been ages since whatever mid laner you ask who you don't want to play against, they will definitely mention no one. Solo?
And try and burst him down, not quite enough fire in the tank between the two of them to get the kill. So 25 for 5, but there's 23 for 1 on Kuman. You know, it's still great farm for the Morph early on. Mid lane, you see no one posturing very aggressively, getting behind the tower, really forcing FN back, making sure that some creeps are lost to the tower, and FN is entirely out of XP range. So Noan, he's playing beautifully aggressive in this matchup.
And he maxed out the nuke, right? Dream? Let's just see this. Yeah, he should be fine. Really go late game versus a Morph?
Not at all.
And how do you take these objectives early on? Maybe with a rotation like this one.
Let's see if they can burst him down. They've got the Maledict, and with the Swashbuckle should easily be enough damage to take down no one. Bringing in supports. FNG may go down for it. In fact, no one. Oh, he'll take that. 1 versus 3. He claims the first blood. He does die, but he takes the lion's share of the gold there. As you can see, 325 for that first blood going the way of no one. So
that's more than they got for that kill, and it was 3 of them. Mars might fall, however, on that other lane as well.
I do. I mean, I've got to be honest. It's sure the numbers are even, but as we say, with these drafts, with the course that VP have, they're going to be pretty happy. If they can do this the second time, this would be pretty nice. They're going to have TP backup coming in, but is there really any sort of help that can be there for no one? There is not. He will fall, and now FN, he can roll over and look for a second kill as he's straight over to Zayas, picks that up as well. Gambit this time, it's clean. 2 kills, no casualties on their half. FN, still very much the Morph that's going to require an additional rotation if they want to try and knock Kuman off his game early. It's going to need to sort of see FN head over. FN,
instantly.
Exactly. He notices no one's coming in with a haste rune and knows that there's no chance. No.
Unless they have some really big rotations happening here. Perhaps another additional core or some level 6. Oh, no one, however.
He's coming in with the wraparound. Shashlo's getting a little bit low. There's straight up the nuke from Kuman. Dives under the tower, gets the kill.
You could see no one. As soon as he forces that TP from FN, he just continues going bottom. Yeah, wraps around them, gets a good kill.
Yeah, very smart. Knows that contesting a Morph in lane is not something he wants to be doing this early on. Top, they will try and make a move on to Kuman. FN leads him with a Swashbuckle. The bounces are out a couple of times, but he's already shifting into strength. He's got the waveform. Rolling Thunder's coming out. They do have the additional control. Is it going to be anywhere near close enough to kill him, though? The Maledict will continue to tick him down low. There's a little bit of backup here. Kuman pops the stick. He will get killed off. A very tough kill for Gambit to pull off, but they do it. They knock Kuman out of the game.
To zone Rezo out of the lane. And also, once you get that Maelstrom, you will farm well.
Here we have a good bit of setup. Shashlo straight in with the spear. They're looking to burst Resolution down low. Pop the stick charges. Dream's in trouble. Jumps into the creep. Infests up. He tries to heal up, but he's in trouble as Zayas drops down the Doom. They kill off the Nakes, and now they look for more. Shashlo and FNG, can they turn this? There's the Maledict, the Death Ward down. FNG is going to be able to make Zayas pop by the looks of it. Now the rotation in as well from Vampire with the stolen plasma field, nuking them down. Finally, the kill on Zayas. He does tick out to the Maledict. FN's now had time to turn up, and he's going to go straight for no one. Over he goes with the Rolling Thunder. Another bounce back. They're surrounding him. Shashlo's looking to line up the spear. Straight into the cliff he goes. Jump forward with the shield crash. They'll burst down no one. They'll take another. It's the 3 for 3 at the moment in this engagement. Is there going to be any more? Solo, can he get Vampire in time? He can. Solo with the cleanup. The triple kill Ench support. Maybe one day we will see the Ench Aghanims in a pro game, but no, definitely one of those Ags that you sort of forget exists, as it's just never ever built. Top lane Shashlo's laying down the arena. Resolution and Zayas will quickly just turn. Zayas does have the Doom available if he wants to drop it down for this one, as they'll surround him. In fact, Zayas, he's got more in his mind. He's actually running down FNG as well, knowing that he can leave Shashlo to be killed off by Rezo and Solo. Now FN turns up, but there's the Doom straight down. He needs help, and he's going to get it, because the lift up's there as well as the Death Ward. FNG, again, finding these opportunities to line up the ult and kill off the heroes. Perspective from VP, they do see people showing in their jungle and top and mid and bottom, whereas for Gambit, they only see a hero showing up top at the moment. They didn't see any of the activity mid or bottom, but still, though, they were able to move in. They were able to predict whereabouts they're hanging around VP, and they'll go straight for Solo. Solo did get the heal off, so we'll be able to counteract some of the damage from Maledict, and in fact, he will be fine. Now it looks like Gambit are deciding they've got to get out of it. VP's been given time to TP in, backups inbound, unless they can find a good arena opportunity.
They have some good words.
He wants to drop the ult here, see who he can catch out. He's heading straight for no one. Will manage to catch him, but no, the dodge is there. The Yule Scepter is complete, so no one, he can break that combo, avoid it. A stolen Doom is thrown down by Vampire onto no one, but no one is tanky enough that he can wait it out, back off. And in fact, he's already starting to move back in as he knows that his team, they can continue to fight through this. There's no arena now, as he's just walking straight forward. You can tell that this man was doomed as he's showing no fear whatsoever, as no one just charges over straight towards FNG. FNG does get the cast out and another spear. The setup's there into Shashlo lockdown and no one will fall. He went too far, but now there's the extra core backup. Kuman zips across with a waveform, and VP will clean up too for the loss of their mid. Solo's able to get in and offer those heals to sort of offset that damage that's been done. Mid lane, Kuman getting aggressive, zips over, looks towards excess Vampire. Vampire's got the movement speed though. He's into the fog, into the trees. He'll be fine.
However,
no one does find FNG on the side of things. He's got a cast to throw out. It'll buy space for Kuman to just zip past, though, and get immediately into the face of the Witch Doctors.
And they're going to need it.
Around mid, Gambit getting deep. No one in Rezo. Hiding by the tower. In fact, Rezo's going to jump in and look to start things off. They'll turn towards him, drop down the arena. Shashlo's scared, though. Zayats is coming in with the wraparound. He does have the Doom available if he wants to drop it, but if FNG again just lays down the Maledict, the Death Lord, it kills Zayats off before he gets the chance to throw down the ultimate. Now FN's turn up, goes in with the swashbuckle. Kuman's trying to get in there along with Resolution, gets the two-man stun into the double edge. Dream turns towards Rezo. Vampire will fall. Kuman has been disarmed for now by Dream's halberd. Solo finally gets clipped out of the game by the swashbuckle. Dream staying on the target onto Rezo. Rezo's trying to run away. Dream, he needs a few more hits to really push him off the edge. Meanwhile, Kuman's just killing off the squishy heroes on the backline. Dream will finally be able to kill off that Centaur.
That's
a 2 for 2,
yeah.
and it's great moves and great kills for Dream. Being able to get in.
He eats the cast, he eats the Maledict, and he just dies before that Doom is ever utilized.
I mean, I think you've got to... You're right. You know, this game, the Witch Doctor's doing so much, he would not feel bad dropping a Doom down on him. Shashlo gets nuked immediately about it, and they know they can't. They're going to back away, allow VP the space to finish this. So now VP's lineup, they've got an Aegis on that morph.
Look, your team is so decent around the pit. You have Mars, you have Pango. Pango is arguably the best hero around the Rosh pit. And you just gave away that Rosh without even putting up a fight.
Rezo. He's looking a bit of a solo kill here. They're popping the Stampede to get that extra bit of damage, but it's not enough. Kuman can't quite close the gap to help out for the kill. Down bottom, Zayats, he's been found alone as the three of Gambit move in. FNG, another Death Ward down. I sort of lost count of the times that FNG's been killing people with this Death Ward.
They got the... I think maybe they played the lanes the best that they could.
In the river. Quick pick here for VP. They were smoked up. Maybe we would have hoped for something bigger. They'll settle for excess Vampires showing in the river. You know, Kuman, he is now going to start moving over to this top half of the map as he TPs over, pots the Manta, pushes out the lane. No one pots its BKB. The arena's been dropped, but with the BKB, of course, no one can simply step out of there. He'll start to force back Shashlo. FNG's going to try and go for the TP, escape, and he'll make it away from the two of them. FNG will live. Shashlo also goes for the TP out, and he'll also make it away. A great disengage from Gambit. That extra sort of movement speed would have allowed Zayats to close the gap, but choosing to save it, maybe for more defensive maneuvers. They feel strong. They know that they'd rather just save Stampede for situations when their heroes are in trouble.
Front and just tanking, right? But you can't do that versus Kuman.
Onto the high ground they go. VP know they have this edge. It's got to the point where the morph is very strong. No one's going to be dragged into the base. Pops the BKB. It's back and available. FNG drops the Death Ward, trying to kill off no one. Will bring him quite low, but they're just rolling over them. This morph, he's got to this point.
Beat behind him, and you just die.
No FNG. He's able to force up to the high ground. He will live this time. Zayats, he's managed to find the Doom opportunity onto FN, so he's forcing FN entirely away from the rest of the team. Shashlo does drop down the arena in an attempt to try and escape, but the Link and Yule's combos there for no one to start building up the damage. Shashlo trying to walk off. He goes into the Mars form, Kuman, to try and spear him to a tree. It doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter. He's got the nuke damage again.
Aegis is out. They have 2 buybacks, and I believe XS Vampire, he has Doom. He stole it. So maybe with this play on Kuman, if he isn't shifting...
Gotta find Kuman. Tries, but instant yours there. It's the two-man Who's Dream got caught in this as well. He will turn and start to lifesteal off Resolution, but the Force and the Stampede gets Rezo back out to safety. Zayats has been caught in the base, but Solo no one. They're coming in to help out. Zayats has got the Scorched Earth movement speed to get out of there. Shashlo will fall. They'll head over to Dream. The lifesteal is dead. There's 4 gone on Gambit. VP, they'll take the mid-rack, and it is. It's over. They know it. They cannot play their draft from this point onwards. VP, they'll take this game on win. 28 minutes in. Gambit, they just couldn't slow it down in time.
You know what? We said that there's a lot of drama between these two teams. There's a lot of spice, and that Gambit might put up a fight. But they played like 5 players that knew their draft sucked, or at least they felt like they were. Yeah, they were at a disadvantage.